Walz went on Gavin Newsom's podcast and they started talking about how many men they've lost.
I think it's one of the reasons we're losing so many men. And again, it's multi-ethnic. It's not just white men. We're losing them. We're losing them to these guys online. We're losing them people that I'm bringing on this podcast as well.
And Walz was just kind of spouting the standard Democrat responses like,
these are bad guys, though. These are bad guys. How do we put some of those guys back under a rock?
And attributing all motivations to racism and misogyny.
We have to first understand what their motivations are. I think we have to understand what they're actually doing. And
you don't think that's racism and misogyny?
Which is how they lost all the men. And meanwhile, Gavin was saying we have to understand what their motivations are and listen to what they're saying.
You got to respect people you disagree with, and you can't just dismiss people.
And what I'm saying is Newsom's learning.
When you talk to a guy like Steve Bannon, he talks about working folk. What he's saying reminds me a lot of what Bernie Sanders was saying. Reminds me a lot of what Democrats said 20, 30 years ago.
I watched this and I was like, that slick bastard seems to be the only Democrat that's currently learning. And we've been saying the Democrats need to understand what happened. Now it's like, no, not Gavin Newsom. You bite your whore tongue, Bridget Fennessy. A curse upon you. Of course. Of course. Elon's my nemesis, and Gavin's going to be president. Gavin Newsom is like the Omnidroid from The Incredibles. It gets smarter with every super that it fights, and that's Gavin Newsom right now. He's fighting every super in the whole right wing, and he's learning from his red-pilled son and Steve Bannon.
Election denialism, we can completely dismiss what he did on January 6th, but I don't think you can
become self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Time, August 29th.
We didn't want Gavin Newsom to be the one who would learn.